Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Excuse me while I just get comfy because you tend to slide off this as soon as the show starts. Welcome once again to the show and well done to each and every one of you at the North Liverpool JFL and everywhere across Merseyside, because I know there was lots and lots of positive vibes coming on from around the grounds, around even with the North Liverpool JFL. Well done to Bob, the committee. They're doing a great job out there, and everyone was mingling in and enjoying their football, and especially our team. But hey ho, games are tough, we know that, but they're only developing. We have to develop, and unfortunately you can't win every game, can you? Anyway, it'd be nice to start winning if you're on the run. But the thing is, I look at the kids after it and they're all talking to me at the end of the game. They're all disappointed when the game's going on. If they lose, we know that. But when they come to you at the end of the game and you give them some positive vibes and some feedback and give the man of the match out and then tell them all about what we've got the following week, then they all look forward to it again. It goes out of their heads. But mums, dads, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, please, when they get home, just turn around and say, yeah, you played well. Let's hope we can do better next week. And that's all it is. Keep encouraging the kids as well, because it makes our job a lot easier as well, because all we're trying to do is develop the kids to play football. Like every other manager and coach out there, they work hard, whether they win, lose or draw. They're working hard to try and encourage the kids to play football, enjoy themselves, have a smile on their faces and talk to their friends. And first and foremost, what we've got to try and do is instill friendliness within their own team, because any coach out there who runs a football team will tell you probably the most arguments come within inside the team. The kids tend to blame themselves for something that is wrong. Now, if you've got a team that all work together and don't blame each other, that's fantastic. But 6-year-old kids, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, they all tend to pick on someone if there's a goal gone in, they go. So we're trying to drum that out of them as much as we possibly can and say it's not about the losing, it's not about conceding goals, it's about enjoyment. And if a goal goes in, get on with it. Do not blame a fellow teammate. We try and drum that in, but we have one or two players, and I think they understand, with autism, and it is hard when you're trying to coach them. You're trying to get them there because they can take it in, they can go into freeze mode, as we all know, and they can, you've got to talk to them in a different sense, in a different way as well, because they tend to blame themselves, and someone blames them, they take it to heart. So we're trying to encourage our kids not to do that. We will do it. We will encourage the kids, we will keep them motivated, keep them going. And we all know the hardest thing about coaching kids 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10s is to get them to focus, to listen, to concentrate. That is the hardest thing in the world. It's all right when they've got a ball at the feet. They're all right if they make mistakes, they're okay, they're just developing. But when you're trying to explain and some of the kids can't take that in, that's the hardest thing. But when you think they've taken it in, and then you put it into practice on a football pitch, and you try and say, remember what we talked about in training? No, they don't. It's all totally the opposite. And they all start chasing shadows, chasing each other, running for the ball, and we try and keep them in some positions if we can, give themselves space. But it's hard work, and I think every coach out there, manager, will be nodding. That's the way it is, you know. Kids aren't professional footballers, we know that. Kids are only developing, so you have to train them as kids themselves. We were all kids once, and their brains are just taking in information. You'll get one or two who really adapt to it and want to learn and want to go. It's like school where you go in and it's exactly the same. Some kids will take to the maths, the English, whatever it is, science, like a water off a duck's back. They'll just, I love this, and it's something that you've got to love and concentrate on and focus on to understand. But some, it takes a little while for the things to sink in, and that's, you've got to understand that. We all do, and I think we're all still learning ourselves as adults as well, because when we go on these courses ourselves and someone tries to explain, we're exactly the same. So put yourself in the child's position while you're trying to teach them how to develop, what to do. We're all the same, we're all human, so it takes time, and all the message is parents, mums and dads, let the kids develop. Please let them develop. Leave them to the coaches, to the managers, and let them talk to the kids. Don't overshout them as the coaches and start telling them where they should be, what they should be doing, where to be, what position, when the coach has already said where they should be. If you start overriding them, that's how the kids get confused. Please, that's a massive message to every parent, mum, dad, auntie, uncle, brother, sister out there. We all know granddads and nans, we all know kids will develop, but the granddads and nans, you get one or two granddads who, well, you don't cross them, do you? You know, they know everything as far as we're concerned. They've been there, done it, wore the t-shirt, and they can show you how to do everything, and they can referee as well. Anyway, that's unfortunately, we have to get on with that, but they don't mean any harm. They're just trying to show loads of encouragement if they can, and there's a lot of passion there. So we've got to understand the difference between passion and abuse, to be honest, and that's what we do. We don't cross the line because we're not getting many people crossing the line now, and when they do, we'll approach them, especially to our young referees as well. You've got to give them the benefit of the doubt and let them justify their actions as well, haven't you? Because at the end of the day, they're developing these referees. We can't have a go at them and tell them what to do, because that coach, that parent, becomes a coach, becomes a referee, and they've done no courses. So we have to understand no sideline referees when you're out and about watching grassroots football. Okay, now then, we've done that for 6 odd minutes, and here we go. It's all about the football. I hope you enjoyed it today, and I hope if you're out and about tomorrow as well at grassroots football, you'll do exactly the same thing. But I know majority of grass pitches are off once again, because we had torrential rain, didn't we, all day yesterday, or night should I say, come down, and the roads are flooded. So you can imagine the water that's in those pitches up to now is just, it's great. 20 years ago I'd have been playing in that myself. I've been right in there, it's lovely with the mud, no difference, but all health and safety now, step in. All I do good is step in now and say, whoa, mud, can't get mud on your kit. No, 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 it blocks the washing machine. No game, health and safety, kids safety, let's abandon these games. Let's not have any matches on these, or let's postpone them. And we all know that the person who's postponing them probably played on 10 times worse pitches than what they're postponing. Ask them the question. Anyway, there we go, grassroots football. Now then, party time, recognition awards. There we go, Heart of Gold recognition awards. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. There you go, bring it a little bit closer. Not like Jaden, our young commentators, always throws it right in your faces, doesn't he? Puts it right up there so you can have a little look, and that's on the 23rd of November. 23rd of November, which is next Thursday, 7 till 11. 4 hours of pure entertainment. There you go. And if you're a drinker, you'll have a little bit of drink up time, so don't worry about that. But at the end of the day, it's not long, is it, to have some entertainment like that. We've got there Holly Ellison, our main attraction. Holly was on The Voice UK, and she holds the record for the fastest turnaround from Will I Am on record. She holds it, she's on history, she's there, and what a singer as well. She was a finalist in the competition and just got picked, but I think she's had something like 1.2 million hits on the version of the final. So what more could you ask for? She's a superstar, she's coming along to entertain us, as well as Lauren Clark as well, another solo singer, brilliant. And we've got Kev, a professional DJ, yes, who's going to let you party when all the awards are done. So the show starts with a little bit of sing-along, and then we'll go into what we're doing with the Heart of Gold. And what we're doing is grassroots football. Now, this is what Heart of Gold is all about. We don't cross the line, and we just thought we'd have to bring something else in, what we can do, not just about verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour and racist comments and bullying within grassroots football, that we try and take out. We have a zero tolerance towards that, and that we have had that since 2003. Things are working, we're teamed up with governing bodies, we're really making a stance on that one, and it seems to be working. It's getting friendlier and friendlier, and it looks like the irate parents and spectators could be taking a step back and maybe not going, thinking, well, I'm always getting into trouble, the kids are getting banned, is it worth me going? I'm only going to put it on my kids' toes. I've got to stay away for a little bit and see if I can calm myself down. Anger management, that's what you want. Anyway, we're doing it for the Heart of Gold initiatives, and what we're doing on that is kids with mental health, and you see that within grassroots football. We know from facts from Alder Hay, there's more and more children as young as 10 self-harming themselves. We want to stop that, and they have mental health issues. We want to try and make everyone aware of all this. We want to try and do some fundraising, we want to try and do things to put our support within there, and also disadvantaged children. That's what Don't Cross the Line and our Heart of Gold initiatives are all about. And on this night, the award people, yes, the likes of ourselves who have done all these challenges, which is started off in Warrington to Liverpool as a marathon walk, then a run, because the walk was just to test the water out and get the course going, and then we done it on the run. We knew the course and we got there in the end, as they say. And then we went on to the National Three Peaks Challenge, which included the Big Ben Nevis, and it was a killer for me. I sat on a rock there and I was saying to myself, what am I doing? I'm not going to make this. And I was encouraged by Paul and Jason. They got me going, and I was up and running again, because do you know what? I confused it with a marathon run, thinking I've done the marathon run, 26 miles, this is less. I was really, really wrong. I didn't have the right food. It's totally different, so be careful if you're going to do something like that and then take it on as, yeah, I've done a marathon run, I'll be able to climb. Honestly, two different challenges, I assure you. Anyway, we completed that, the National Three Peaks, and then we moved on to Hadrian's Wall. But before that, we did a skydive. The skydive, 15,000 feet, free falling for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and that means just going down without a chute. And you didn't realise just how fast you were going, you know, because there was loads of clouds you were going through. But then again, saying that, on our day, it was like we were in Spain, the blue skies, it was the hottest day ever, it was lovely. And we managed to do that as well, achieved that, and then we went on to Hadrian's Wall, which was 85-mile walk over the 3 days. That was grueling, but we've done it, and excuse me, we did it. And as we say, we couldn't find the wall. We were expecting to see a lot more wall than what we did. Now everyone apparently has been pinching it. So those Romans, all that hard work and someone pinches your wall, I wouldn't do that. 85 miles of wall, and we only had, we saw about a mile and a half of it. Oh dear me, and we passed that tree as well. We took photographs, myself and Gary, of that tree. Don't know what it was named, the Robin Hood tree, the film. We were there, Gary was loving it, and apparently someone's chopped that down. So that tree is no more. And then we moved on from Hadrian's Wall. Then we went on to the Yorkshire Three Peaks. Yes, Yorkshire Three Peaks. And that was a 12-hour challenge, where the National Three Peaks was a 3-day challenge. We completed that. This was a 12-hour challenge, and they got harder. Here's me thinking, again, well, I've done the National Three Peaks. This will be a doddle. The smaller mountains, quicker, not as far. I was wrong. I was really, 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 really done in by the end of it. Honestly, 12 hours, we completed it in 10 hours, 15 minutes. It was a chore, it was hard work, and I never thought I was going to get the boots off my feet. When I did, honestly, it was just, it was just so relaxing, it was unreal. I couldn't have done another yard, I really couldn't. When the van came to pick us up, I was gone. And that was grueling, but we managed to do that as well. And we want to acknowledge and give the recognition to all the award winners who have taken part in each and every individual challenge. And we've got a massive one coming up, and we're just working on that now. And if this goes ahead, which it looks more and more certain to go ahead, we can only take a limited number. And for some reason, we seem to have loads and loads, when we've mentioned it, who want to take part in it, who want to do it. Unfortunately, we can't take that many. We really, really can't, because this is a challenge and a half, and it's going to be enjoyable, and it may even get into the Guinness Book of Records, but we'll keep you informed on that one. Okay, we've got 6 minutes left of it. So, if you want to come along and support us, please come along. It's at the Anfield Hotel, and the postcode for that one, if you're looking for it, is L4OTE. Just head for Liverpool Football Ground, but don't come along Priory Roadway, because it's blocked off, because they're still building a new stand. Come around as if you're going into town, past Everton's ground, and take the first left, which is Anfield Road. Follow the road around, you'll see one hotel on your left, and then the second hotel is Hotel Anfield. Walk through there, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars in there. You wouldn't believe it, you just carry on straight through, and it's nothing to do with Liverpool or Everton, this, by the way. It isn't, it's a heart of gold. We chose this, we could even easily have chosen somewhere by Everton. We don't want it to be recognised as, oh, I'm not going in there, it's a Liverpool pub or hotel. It has nothing to do with that. It is for the recognition, the achievement of the award winners. Honestly, the community who are trying to put as much effort and heart into what we're putting out for them. and they've done it, and we just want to recognise that. We'd love your support, and you can have a go at the raffle, you can have a go at the auction as well. We've got a Liverpool James Milner shirt up for grabs, and we've got a signed Everton shirt there, and we've already had a bid off someone for the signed Everton shirt, and it's got J. Rodriguez signed on that one as well. So there you go. So please, if each and every one of you can get involved, get there, 7 till 11, only 4 hours and a bit of drinking up time, loads of entertainment. You don't have to get up and start doing songs and dances. We want to try and make it where you're enjoying it and you want to applaud people. And we've got John May as well, that John May, who's coming along with Tim Edwards. And if anyone remembers Tim, unfortunately he lost his daughter over a shooting, pub shooting in Merseyside, and Tim done that walk from John O'Groats to the Land End with John May. It was all over BBC, ITV, Nard Reports, BBC News, you name it, it was on there. Loads of people picked up on it, and Tim wanted to get the thoughts of his head out of that, and he wanted to do it in memory of his daughter Ellie, and to me, you know, it's amazing. They're going to be there on the night. We want to recognise them as well, so it could be a bit of an emotional night and you could be part of that. Please get in touch with us. Tickets are only £10, and that's the likes of the price of a pizza now, isn't it? That's gone. 4 hours of entertainment, and you go away and tell all your friends you should have been on that night. Absolutely brilliant. And this is about community. This is about people pulling the weight together. This is about businesses coming together as well. We want you to be part of our Heart of Gold initiatives, and then in the future we want to give out recognition awards. And the good news is that Liverpool Live will be on that night, and they're teaming up with us on the Heart of Gold and Don't Cross the Line. So watch out for us, and our young commentators are going to be absolutely over the moon with what they're going to announce. And I'm in their studio, or been in their studio, and I'll give you updates on that one as well as to what we're doing with them. And I'm meeting Billy Butler was a brilliant legend. He really is, and at the end of the day we can only enjoy ourselves and push out the work that we're doing for Don't Cross the Line, our RefSpec campaign and our Heart of Gold initiative. And it's all about grassroots football. Now, Don't Cross the Line is a community interest company, CIC, so that means everything that we do go right back into grassroots and the things that we do. We're governed by Companies House, CIC, Community Interest Company. You can always Google it and find out what it's all about, but it's the next best thing to a charity. It's right on, stepping on its toes basically, that's what it is. But the community get involved, and people take time off work, take annual leave to do the events that we put out. And this is a special thank you to each and every one of those award winners, and we could even be doing this annual, and with the support of Liverpool Live and 1 or 2 more businesses, it's basically Aintree Sofas and One Call Taxis. Who knows where we're going to go? There's going to be a few businesses out there supporting us, and we're going to announce every single one of you. We can't thank you enough, honestly, and we'll give more names out on tomorrow's show, what businesses are getting involved to help us out. But in the meantime, we go back to grassroots football. We're all part, everything to do is to do with grassroots football. But honestly, the next challenge, watch out for it, because there's going to be some publicity there, I assure you. So I've got to get fit again. My ribs, they're easing off. The only pain when I bend down, cough or sneeze, and I think that's enough, or move in bed. I think anyone who's had broken ribs should understand and know what I'm talking about. So if you're out and about at grassroots football tomorrow, I'm sure many of you will be, then please, please recognise us, come up to me. If you want some tickets, give us a shout, tap me on the shoulder and say, Mal, I want to go to this night. I really, really do. I'm looking forward to it. I want to try and win these Liverpool Everton shirts if I possibly can. And they're up for grabs. But as I say, one business, Aintree Sofas, have made a bid up to now already. And if you want to carry on, I'll tell you what it is now. We're starting off £120 for the signed Everton shirt. The team have signed that one. So obviously it's worth a few bob, and it's in a frame as well. There you go. We've come to the end of our second show. Thanks to the young commentators who were on last night. They were brilliant as always. And you're going to see them on our Heart of Gold Initiatives award evening as well. So if you get lucky enough, ask them to come over and interview you. You never know. You never ever know. Okay, we'll be back again tomorrow evening, and we'll be mentioning more businesses. So good luck at your grassroots football, and please remember, RefSpec on and off the field of play. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. God bless.